This video probably isn't for my target demographic in the slightest, but I'll play the game and it affects me. So I decided to put my 2 cents into the topic that everyone else has. It seems like everyone has something to say and it's pretty unanimous. But if you don't know, 2K23 came out a few weeks ago and the game's actually looking good. Like, this is the first time I can say in a while that 2K has promise off launch. And I know people have been saying that since, I don't know, the beginning of real online play of 2K, though. This game has so much potential just for it to shit out. I feel like this game, for like how I like to play, making like two-way sharps and shit, I feel like the game's gonna be good this year. And I know people are saying it's either green or miss, and yes, it should be. If you can't shoot, don't shoot. And if you can shoot, shoot. I like that. Defense feels pretty good. Paint defense is still a little weak. But overall, I'm really enjoying the game in its 2-week infancy, even enjoying my team again. Like, I'm really enjoying the skill gap in my team as well. But the biggest problem in 2K that really hasn't, it has been a problem, but it's just egregious this year. It's really egregious. It's the VC gouging that Take-Two, 2K, whoever you want to blame, are trying to pull off this year. If you don't know, probably last year in 2K22, it cost me about $50 to upgrade one of my builds. And if you have Rebirth, cool, it costs you about like a smooth $30. I didn't pay for the game, and I really didn't pay for VC because it wasn't that hard to get VC last year. So I was kind of straight, got my Rebirth build. Actually, no, I did drop $20, and $20 got me to like a 75, 78 overall. Like, I was in really good shape. But this year, if you want to max out your build to 85 before you get your attribute cap breakers, and this is before, I think this is like before cap breakers. If you know what a cap breaker is, it's pretty much you level up, you get an extra overall point. But I think before it's all said and done, if you want your build to be 99 overall, not counting badges, not counting clothes, animations, not counting tattoos, if you want to buy skateboards, if you want to buy bikes, all this, it cost $100. Like, open the door and let that sink in. Like, you already spent $60, $70 on the game. And you know you have to buy VC if you play park and you want to be competitive this year to at least even get a chance to play. Like, most people won't play with like low overalls. Like, you can have like your main build's niche molded out like I have for one of my builds. Like, I have like an 85 max threes at 80. I have a 99 steals at 85. Like, I have what I need, but you won't get games. And thinking about me growing up, I'll be lucky to even get 2K a week after launch, 2 weeks after launch. I got it for my birthday this year. Probably would have got it at the end of September after my paycheck started coming in and shit. But growing up, really wasn't that fortunate to get 2K like the first day it came out, the first week it came out. Probably had to wait a month or two. And even if I did get the game, if it came in around a birthday, got it for Christmas, this, that, and the third, I would be hard pressed to be like, hey mom, can you give me $100 so I can max out my player? One, I would get looked at crazy and probably get hit in the mouth. Like, keep it G real. And two, just not many players have that luxury of being able to drop $160, $170 on one video game. And that's just for one build. Every build is going to be $100. Like, Rebirth may be $75, but you're pretty much buying the game plus more if you want to upgrade your player to be competitive. And you would think like, oh, if you play the game, you'll be able to earn VC, you'll be able to do this, that, and the third, and you would be very fucking wrong. Like, you would probably be like in the wrongest pile of the wrong pile. Like, you would be at the very top of how wrong you could be. Because I play on all-star difficulty. I grab my badges. I have a few sponsorships in the game. I would like sponsorships in real life. 38th Street Apparel, hit me up, bro. But I have sponsorships in the game that gives you like 6,000 VC. But if you play one game, you hit your incentives. Even if you're on Hall of Fame difficulty, you'll be lucky to make, let's say, I don't even think you make 1,000 VC a game. even as a starter. I don't think you're making 1,000 VC a game on Hall of Fame with A plus team rate, A plus teammate grade rating. That is a tongue twister for some reason. Fuck you, 2K. With A plus teammate game grading, whatever you want to call it, perfect stats, no turnovers committed. Like you were balling out. You're gonna be lucky to get maybe 1,900 VC, and that's not even enough for like your primary skills. Like I tried to see what my 3-pointer would be like upgraded to the max, how much that would cost. That cost me $20. If I want to upgrade my 80 3-pointer to a 85 3-pointer, just five attributes, it makes a big difference in the grand scheme of things. It cost me 64,000 VC. I think it was 64,231 last time I checked. That is egregious, bro. Like all that for one, like to finish off one cap, $20 to finish off one cap. And Ronnie2k, oh boy, we love Ronnie2k around here. He made a statement about the VC prices, and honestly, I didn't think niggas could hate Ronnie2k even more. Like he gave like the wrong response. You remember when I told you that if you think it's easy to get VC this year, that you're on the top of the wrong pile? Well, Ronnie2k is the wrong god. He controls the wrong pile. He's the reason why you're at the top. He's like the weatherman. He's like the god. He's the Jesus of the wrong pile. And he gave the complete wrong statement that you wanted to hear. But I'll play it in the video real quick so we can all be on the same page.
Username is Dev in a Chev. Crime or Rhyme is the username. Have you been keeping up with the current Madden pack drama as well as the VC pricing for upgrades in my career? Both are becoming big topics on social media. I've seen a couple different questions around in-game item pricing, so would love your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I have not been keeping up with any other games, so I'm the wrong person to ask about that. In terms of the experience in our game, we're trying to put out as much content as possible and give the consumer as much as we can. I remember that the cost of the game when the generation shifted was a big conversation, and obviously the price of and opportunity cost of making a game has gone up a lot. But I think we still do a very, very good job of like giving as much content as possible. If you compare it to like going to a movie, by the way, this isn't an exact great comparison, but I sometimes I think about this, like going to a movie now costs almost $20, right? And we're giving you hundreds of hours of entertainment versus the couple hours in the theater. And it's a different experience, right? It can be either super social or it can be super by yourself, and the entertainment value for that. So I tend to like say that is more the thought process there is that the more content, there's ways to earn your way to that as well. And we're trying to, give the opportunity to play the game the way that you want to, and not force you down any lane. That's what I would say about that.
Wasn't my gameplay, Phantom's YouTube gameplay. Really good YouTube channel, by the way. Like, imagine just like a commentary nigga for the 2K community. Just made his comeback. I enjoy his channel, and that's all I can get that clip. But it just pisses me off when he said like, oh, there's definitely other ways to get VC this year that we don't want to hold anybody down. Like, we get Ronnie2k as a liar, and not even like a liar. He's like a habitual liar, like habitual liar. Keyword on the bitch part. But he lies a lot. Like, when I think of I like you, you lie a lot. I think of Ronnie2k because the fact that he said there's many ways to earn VC, that's a lie. Most of these quests in the game only get you about, let's say, there's a quest that involves you playing like 30 NBA games, can't sim out. And even if you just foul out of all the games, that's still about like 2 hours of gameplay. And you only get 600 VC. That doesn't even like put a dent into how much your character would cost. And you would think like, oh, go play Park, go play Rec, go play Antioch. go play this, go play that. You have to either have friends or you have to be lucky to get games as a random with a low overall. And even then, you still have to win to get the max amount of VC, and you still have to play good. So it's really hard to get VC this year. And the fact he compared it to like, oh, we give you hundreds of hours worth of entertainment versus like a movie that's $20, you know, it only gives you a few hours. That makes no sense. I understand where you're coming from, but when your community is pretty much forced to buy VC to be good at a game or at least be decently competitive. And then again, like you have to still grind the badges. Like you still have to core badges, and that takes, it depends on your skill level, but it can take either hours or it can take days to core one badge. Like there's a fine line where entertainment and having fun becomes a job and a grind that you don't even get paid for. You pay them to grind and have the job. But man, looking at these charts, looking at these posts about like how 2K prices used to be a lot cheaper and how like in 2K14 it costs like $10, $15 to max out a build. It's crazy. I truly hope 2K lowers these prices down. I'm not saying that to be selfish because, you know, I'm personally not spending $100 to max out a build. The most I'm spending is like $20, $25 to like get my build off the ground so I can play with my friends. But it just feels, for me personally, just feels bad for the kids who were in my position growing up. They didn't have like all the money in the world. They can't buy the game on time. If they do, they can't get the VC, so they really can't play. And it sucks. It really does. That's the video, y'all. Y'all niggas take it easy, but not too easy. Life gets hard and stay blessed. I'm out. Peace.